You have been taught since childhood that the universe exists independently, outside of you, a mechanical, objective world of matter governed by impersonal laws of physics. The stars twinkle millions of light years away, planets orbit around their suns, and life is but a fleeting anomaly in this otherwise indifferent cosmos. But what if this perspective is fundamentally flawed? According to biocentrism, life, rather than being a mere accident of chemistry and physics, is not just central to the universe. It is the very force that brings the universe into being. Consciousness doesn't merely observe reality, it creates it. Quantum physics has already shown us that particles behave differently when observed. Reality, it seems, is not something fixed, but malleable, responsive to the presence of an observer. Biocentrism takes this idea a step further, proposing that space, time, and the entire physical universe are all constructs that depend on consciousness for their existence. In other words, the universe is alive because you are alive. Space and time, those ancient pillars of scientific understanding, are simply the tools through which life experiences reality. Now think of dreams, the intricate, often bizarre and fleeting experiences you have each night. In the dream state, your mind conjures entire worlds, creates characters, invents physics, and manipulates time, all without any effort on your part. One moment, you're flying over mountains, and in the next, you're walking through your childhood home, where people from various stages of your life gather, all somehow oblivious to the absurdity of the scenario. And yet, in the dream, it feels as real as any experience you've had while awake. But what makes a dream unreal and waking life real? Both are vivid experiences constructed by your mind. Both involve interaction with what appears to be an external world. Yet when you wake up, the dream evaporates and you are left with the assumption that the waking world, with its persistent rules and predictability, is the only true reality. But what if that assumption is flawed? Biocentrism suggests that dreams and waking life are not so different after all. Just as your consciousness constructs the landscapes, scenarios, and interactions in your dreams, so too does it participate in the shaping of your waking experience. The dream state provides a glimpse into the malleability of reality itself, a reality that is not out there, but is instead a construct of your awareness. To truly grasp biocentrism, you must first accept the primacy of consciousness. What you call the universe does not exist in any meaningful way without life to observe it. The cosmos as we know it, with its stars, galaxies, and black holes, exists because there is consciousness to experience it. Life is not a peripheral component of the universe. It is the scaffolding upon which the very architecture of reality is built. Dreams offer a parallel understanding of this phenomenon. Just as your mind is the architect of your dreams, consciousness is the architect of reality. In both states, dreaming and waking, what you experience is fundamentally tied to the workings of your awareness. Einstein showed us that time and space are relative, depending on the observer's position and velocity. But biocentrism takes this even further. Time and space do not exist outside of the perceptions of conscious beings. They are tools that consciousness uses to make sense of the universe, but they are not fundamental properties of the universe itself. Imagine you're dreaming. In that dream, you may experience hours, days, or even years, but in the waking world, only minutes have passed. The same applies to space. In a dream, distances can be crossed in an instant, and locations can morph seamlessly into one another. This fluidity of space and time in dreams mirrors the fluidity of these concepts in biocentrism. They are not fixed dimensions, but frameworks created by the mind to process reality. Waking life is similarly a construction of your mind. The universe you experience is bound by the temporal and spatial frameworks that consciousness provides. Without life to interpret it, the cosmos has no meaning, no structure, and no time. If you can begin to understand that space and time are tools of the mind, then you might also start to realize that the boundaries between you and the universe are illusions. In dreams, you often experience a collapse of separation. You are simultaneously the creator and the experiencer, the observer and the observed. You interact with people, places, and events that seem external to you, but upon waking, you realize that every element of the dream originated in your own mind. Biocentrism proposes that the same is true for waking reality. The universe you experience is not external to you. It is a product of your consciousness, and the apparent separation between you and the world around you is an illusion. The physical world, like the dream world, is a construct, but instead of realizing this upon waking, we often live our entire lives under the illusion that the universe exists independent of us. Biocentrism does not politely request your participation, it demands it. This radical vision offers you the key to escape the prison of materialism. It is not enough to passively acknowledge this truth, you must live it. Look now at the stars above. They are not distant, cold masses of burning gas. They are reflections of the consciousness within you. You must transcend the narrow confines of the senses that have chained you to this limited vision of existence. You are not a speck in the universe. The universe is the manifestation of your awareness. The stars exist because you give them form. Space is the canvas upon which your mind paints reality. You must understand this, and then you must feel it with every breath, with every thought. To truly experience biocentrism, you must begin by seeing the dream for what it is. When you close your eyes at night and drift into dreams, entire worlds spring forth from nothingness, conjured effortlessly by your mind. In those moments, time bends, space morphs, and logic dissolves. Yet in the dream, you never question the validity of what you perceive. And when you wake, you dismiss it as mere fantasy, believing that the waking world is somehow more real. This is your greatest mistake. You must see that the difference between dream and reality is not one of kind, but of degree. You are always dreaming, but now it is time to dream consciously. When you awaken from the delusion of materialism, you will know that time and space are not fixed laws governing your existence. They are malleable, shifting, bending to the will of life. Without life, without consciousness, they cease to exist. Time does not flow outside your awareness, it flows from within it. Space is not an external framework, it is the construct through which your mind navigates experience. Now, take command of this knowledge, do not let it slip through your grasp. To experience biocentrism, you must embrace it fully, reject the nihilistic indifference of a universe without consciousness, and proclaim your place as the source of existence. You are the architect of reality, the dreamer of worlds, the creator of time itself. Now go and awaken to the truth. For the universe has been waiting for you to open your eyes.